You believe in nonsense? I know I do, because I'm fluent in it, as you will see in today's video, in which a bunch of people will dig up some old video games, best left forgotten, and talk about the rancid animations on there. This is the world of Phoenix's animation studio thing that's probably not theirs that they stole, number 8. Yeah, we'll go with that. Our first story is a story of intellectual property theft. It'd help if I actually knew what direction right was. Our first story is a story of intellectual property theft, and it comes to us from Scotland. From a talking dog, who's an animagus. It's the best I've got right now, and I've just sort of thrown it out there, so yeah. Our first story is the lovely tale of a young woman who takes advantage of the kindness of 7 children and kind of breaks a few laws by breaking into their house and living there. It's told to us from Scotland by an animagus named Stewdog.
Storytime reaction horror with Stewdog. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Stewdog. You know, Professor Curious asked me if I'd like to join him in analysing some old animation. My response was that I'd probably rather be counting socks. He said after that though, would you rather be sitting at your desk counting socks, or would you like to join me on a voyage of looking at old rubbish animation? My choice was clear. There was only one thing I could do after that, ladies and gentlemen. One, 2, 3. Welp, I guess I'll have to grab a beer to go through this, and we'll see how it goes. This one's Snow White and the 7 Little Cunt. Snow White and the 7 Clever Boys. It's an absolutely banging intro tune on this. But let's get on with the madness, shall we?
Not quite so long ago, and not so far away.
Back to menu.
Last Tuesday and down the street from the house. Well, I mean, it's not exactly Douglas Adams, is it? You know, space is big. You just won't believe how mind-bogglingly big it is. I mean, you might think it's a long way down the road to the chemist, but that's just peanuts compared to space.
Near the 7th town across the 7th river, there was a beautiful forest,
Little birds and a back to menu button,
where high above the baby birds chirped happily, safe in their nests, while on the forest floor below, the animals ran happy and free. It was wonderful.
Ah, look out for that animal thing! I don't even know what it is! It came out of nowhere, Officer Honest!
All because the forest was kept perfectly in order by 7 clever and thoughtful young boys.
Damn kids, full of drugs and guns.
Every day the 7 boys would clean the forest and make it fresh. And here they are. First there was Cubby, who was like a small bear.
I am familiar with what small bears look like, and I don't think he looks like a small bear.
And then there was Big Baz.
Big bastard?
And then there was Big Basil, who was huge. Well, for a boy he was huge.
Fatty bum bum, fatty bum bum.
I suppose you're right, he is huge. I need more beer for this.
He is well fat though, isn't he?
And then Sonny, who took care of the plants and the animals. And Jacob, who was in charge of keeping order in the forest. Then Michael, who cared for the flowers, and then the professor, who was the most intelligent, and then the 7th boy, Joseph Jr. So the 7 boys spent every day cheerfully working protecting the forest greenery. They were such good boys because they really cared about the environment.
They also walked about like a bunch of chodes.
But then one evening they came back to their cabin and were surprised to find the door open.
I bet it was a professor leaving the door open. He was probably high or something. Damn professor, taking all those drugs all the time.
Yes, wide open. How could that be? Who could it be? Oh, there's a funny face on the chimney. Look, and the spook.
Damn professor, taking all of those drugs. And the chimney, smoking all of that weed.
What is going on?
Good question, narrator. What is going on? Is there something more in this beer than just beer?
I dropped acid.
I dropped acid.
I dropped acid.
Jane Jetsons did a me, dyed her hair blonde and robbed your house.
Jane is right.
This is my song, I'll sing it now.
This is my song, I am sing it now. Off to a good start.
The one of the mirror and the evil queen. Sparkling mirror, the truth you can see. Oh, say it please, who is more beautiful?
Me. I'm the most beautiful of them all. Isn't that right, dog?
Yes, Stu, that's right. You are the most beautiful of them all.
Thank you, dog.
You're welcome.
You may go.
Where?
Off of the screen.
Okay, bye.
She is so jealous, jealous of me. So very jealous, jealous of me.
All joking aside, though, the lady who's voicing over this, who's singing, does actually have a bit of a singing talent. I don't think this person might have British as their first accent, because this is my song, I am sing it now, so maybe it's someone whose English is a second language, but she can still sing. It's maybe why the Queen's jealous. Queen can't sing. Maybe sings like Les Dawson. Daisy, Daisy, da 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 da. I mean, she probably sings better than the dog does.
You're talking about me?
Yeah, we're saying Snow White probably sings better than you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I don't know, sing something then.
I got the dancing feet. I want to dance with you. Why don't you take your feet and put your feet on the floor? On the floor. On the floor.
Okay, we get the point. We get the point. You can sing. We got it.
Show the miracle of beauty in the lake of your glass. Her heart so hard, it won't let me pass. She has chased me, hunted me, alone and crying in forests so dark. I know that you really care. Let me stay, our lives we can share.
Great dancing, boys. Great dancing.
She's so jealous of me, so very jealous of me. It lives in her evil heart, unlike mine. She has chased me, hunted me, alone and crying in forests so dark.
Sonny on the saxophone.
I know that you really care. Let me stay, our lives we can share.
And then the boys realised it was a dream and they woke up. Just kidding. Lol. Haha.
So Snow White came to stay with the 7 boys. Of course she did.
Women, first you listen to their song, and then they just kind of make their way into your house and decide that they want to live there.
And the boys promised they would look after her and keep her safe from the evil queen.
Lol, whipped.
Such noble, brave and clever boys.
If they were clever, I'd be having the professor write up some kind of, like a document, like some kind of, if anything goes wrong and it's your fault, then you have to deal with it. You know, the sort of thing that you'd see on Judge Rinder when he talks about, having agreements with people that are written down and signed.
Now, what you've done here is you've drawn something up and you actually called it a contract.
We did, yeah.
That's very good. And the reason that's good is because it immediately creates a legally binding agreement between the two of you.
The next morning, all 7 went to the forest and worked as hard as usual because they were happy that they had lovely Snow White to look after.
They worked as hard as usual, so it didn't have any impact on them whatsoever then.
As well as the forest to care for. They worked and worked and worked and worked. Their work hardly seemed like work at all. It was more fun than work.
I mean, Sonny's running about and working like fuck there, while Big Basil's just kind of slowly chomping along like he ever did in the first place.
They were such good boys, weren't they?
Yeah, such good boys, apart from you, Cubby. What the fuck are you doing in that bag, causing Big Basil so much fucking... I don't even know the word. Strife, hassle. Cubby, get out of the fucking bag!
Jerry, get out of the toilet! What are you doing?
But then something terrible happened.
The Borg!
The wicked queen disguised herself as an ugly old hag and gave Snow White a poisoned apple.
Howdy, ma'am. I'm just walking about in the woods and I was wondering, you want this random fucking apple? Snow White. Oh, how's about yes? Dead.
The poor girl took one bite and fell down unconscious.
I'm deceased.
Fast asleep.
Why is there blood coming out of the apple?
Possibly forever.
Forever, 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 ever, forever, ever.
And when the 7 boys came home that night and found her unconscious, they were overcome with grief. So sad. They didn't know what to do and sat around crying. It was just awful. No more Snow White to meet them and smile her lovely smile at them or sing her lovely songs.
Why don't you tune up your bass? Why don't you shut your face?
Or force them to work just as hard as they usually do?
Never, ever, ever again. The 7 boys cried all night long, their young hearts almost bursting with sorrow.
Oh well. Into the compost heap she goes. Sorry, that was a bit dark.
Was there no way to break the spell the wicked queen had cast on Snow White?
I have a cunning plan.
Computer, activate emergency medical holographic program.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency. From what I can tell, he's just asleep.
Can you wake him?
I don't see why not. Wake up, Lieutenant!
Was there no hope?
Oh, come on, this is a happily ever after story. Isn't it? Like, Snow White's dead, rip. Oh well. The end.
But suddenly, something happened. Something quite incredible. Look, there in the distance, a cloud of dust. Could it be that a miracle was about to take place? That a Prince Charming on a noble horse would come to save Snow White? But was this really Prince Charming? Yes, it was. Hooray!
Hooray! How random of you to just come out of nowhere and find this random hut in the middle of the forest.
When he saw Snow White, he gave her a soft, loving kiss.
Hi, I go about kissing random comatose women in the woods. You better hope I don't have any cold sores. Ha ha.
And, well, the result was unbelievably beautiful and simply magical in every way.
Ooh, missus.
And you know what happened next. Yes, the 7 clever boys and Snow White and Prince Charming.
Ooh, missus. Perhaps I just have a dirty mind. Perhaps I should lift thyself out of thy gutter.
All lived happily ever after, and even after that.
Until the next time something bad happened. But happily ever after and even after that. So, till the end of time and then further on past the end of time. That's wow, that's breaking the rules of the universe itself. Nice. I'm sure Einstein and Newton might have something to say about that one.
And all of them worked together to keep the forest cleaner and greener than ever before. Wasn't that nice? And that is the end of the story about Snow White and the 7 clever boys.
And the evil queen bitch was never spoken of again, ladies and gentlemen. A random hag going about in the forest giving out poison apples to people. You'd think that would be something that you'd want to warn people about, but clearly it's not important to the plot, nor the story, or the end thereof. However, what if, going into the lore of it, what if the evil queen was just a distraction, and in fact, the real evil one of the whole story is secretly plotting in the shadows, getting ready to form a massive takeover? This has been Story Time with Stu Dog. Good night.
Our second story has absolutely nothing to do with the first, but we are going to pretend that it does so that we can cram it all into one video. So this story is the story of Peter Pan, and it comes to us from the middle of the ocean. Not because I threw the game in the middle of the ocean. It's being filmed on a boat by a pirate. So the story comes from the middle of the ocean.
And now we have the power to bathe all of you in entertaining fun.
Lick it! Lick my jammy stump, you bastard! Hi, everyone. I'm Wannabeard. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. Yeah, might have to let Professor Curious edit this bit.
Yeah.
Send me a video I see the bastard Peter Pan's involved. Yeah. So let's give it a watch. I've never done a reaction video. This is new for me.
What could possibly go wrong?
The thing's down here, so if I'm looking, I'm not looking at my tiny penis. Right, right. Let's get into it, I suppose.
I would like to tell you the most beautiful story of my childhood. The Adventures of Peter Pan.
Back to menu, back to menu, back to menu, back to menu.
What the What was that? Wow, I'm sweating. Back to menu, back. This is like a dubstep remix. Back to menu, back to menu. Just need a brap in there and we're all good.
Back to menu, back to menu.
No.
Is this how you do reaction videos? I'm not sure. I might pause this way too much.
Back menu.
With their parents.
Right, there's two ghosts.
You know, I'm really glad we're going to the ball. I've heard that a famous scientist had also been invited.
But why are they inviting scientists to go to the... I'm not a child, don't worry.
Yes, that's what they say.
I can't hear the... Is the woman real or is he schizophrenic? I'm not gonna lie, I don't quite know what's happening here.
Do you by any chance know what's happened with my tie? No, I don't. Maybe it's in a drawer. One day, something extraordinary happened. It was evening, and the kids' parents were getting ready for the ball. None of the three children imagined that when it was getting dark and the stars started gleaming down in the sky, the hero of the story himself would creep up to their window and sit down on the sill. One day, the guest hiding behind the window accidentally revealed himself.
Revealed? I don't think that's very appropriate. Peter Pan, you dirty bastard.
Aww.
Gee, Peter, you really exist. There was no end to the great joy. The kids couldn't believe that Peter Pan, whom they have known from fairy tales, has come to visit them.
Isn't that a bit concerning? That, like, a cartoon character appears out of nowhere and starts dancing with children? Nope, just me. Suppose if it's alright for Philip Schofield, it's alright for anyone else. Allegedly. Thought I'd just say allegedly there. Don't need Professor Curious being sued.
Look, Peter, you've left your shadow in Tinkerbell outside the window.
Fuck me, she's scary. Oh God, did you see the face? Like, wow! She looked like a frog.
I'm very sorry. Don't be angry with me.
Why is Tinkerbell only wearing bikini thing? Oh, I don't want to know. I don't think I've clicked the right video here.
Elf, Hooters, naked troll booty, little people, huge...
My shadow is very stubborn and keeps running away all the time.
Yeah, I've heard that about my shadow as well. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
What is this little creature doing over there? Michael, leave Tinkerbell alone.
Are we all ignoring how the baby's just doing squats? Are we all ignoring that bit? Fucking hell, the baby's more in shape than me. Those fucking thighs were massive.
Don't worry, Peter. I'll sew your shadow on for you. I'll just finish at the shoe.
Sowing a shadow!
Ah, done. Hooray! Hooray! I finally got my shadow.
Hang on, no, sorry. Like, she sewed that shadow to his foot, and now they're jumping against the wall. If she had sewed that shadow to his foot, at this minute we would be seeing Peter Pan be jumping on a dead person by Squish. How is they bouncing against the wall? Oh, move on, Wannabeard.
And now, Tinkerbell, let's teach the kids how to fly. Let's try it. Give it a go. Up you go.
They've just threw a kid in the air. Like, why are they throwing children now? Oh, there's fucking Thigh Baby. He's with the world's biggest fucking thighs. I'm loving the music. Oh, poor dog. Oh.
And so the children flew out of the window of their room into the great, fascinating world.
Sorry, they flew out to the most fascinating part of the world, and they fly to Big Ben. Have they never seen a clock?
Let's sit down on Big Ben's hands. It's true that everything looks different from above. Everything is so tiny, it's hard to believe.
Fucking hell, even they're thinking I'm looking at me penis. Don't say that when...
This is nothing. My homeland is even more amazing. It's the most wonderful land in the world. Really, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
That's the biggest pickup line I've ever heard in my life. Fuck me, you're gonna see yourself in my forehead in a minute. God, you can tell it's hot.
Time for a great adventure. Direction, Neverland.
Don't go to Netherland. Fuck, do not go to Netherland. Oh, no, Michael's gonna be busy. Don't go to Netherland, please. What the fuck was I was not expecting this. Right, so they go to Big Ben, because it's really exciting, and now they're going to Netherland. Oh, poor people.
It feels so great. The whole group left London and set off for a journey to Peter's homeland. Look, flamingos. How beautiful. They're my friends.
That flamingo don't look fucking happy. Oh, doing this every day. Flying with these two twats.
Hello, Peter. If you're going to Neverland, join us. We know the shortest way.
Neverland. He's not going to get groomed by Michael Jackson. Phew.
The flamingos turned out to be great guides, and after a short time, everybody saw a wonderful green island. Look, this is my land. How green it is. Yes, the Neverland residents care about nature.
I'm going to guess they are going to see Michael Jackson then.
They love animals and don't destroy the gifts offered to them by the earth. They're also very friendly. I really like this place. You were right, Peter. Your Neverland is wonderful. Let's stay here forever.
I wouldn't. Don't find Michael. It's Neverland, not Netherland.
There are also pirates here.
Yes! Here we go. Right, there's pirates. Right, here we go. Oh, right, right. Let's fuck Peter Pan. We got the pirates.
They're led by Captain Hook, who likes settling accounts. We'll settle accounts yet, Peter.
Come on, Captain.
You see? Don't be afraid, Windy. I can handle them.
Yes, you can.
Look, mermaids. They're waving at us.
No.
How lovely, they're singing.
No.
Now we're flying to the jungle.
No, go back to the pirate. Mr. Curious, I swear if there's only 10 seconds of pirates in this, I'm going to lose my shenanigans.
How lovely, they're singing. And now we're flying to the jungle.
Why didn't we get to hear the mermaids singing as well? They could have been shit. They still would have won Britain's Got Talent because the bloke with a high-vis jacket did it the other week, but... Please show the pirates. Please show Captain Hook, good friend of mine.
The jungle was breathtakingly beautiful. In the very heart of the jungle, there was a glade with a huge baobab in the middle. Inside the tree lived a bunch of lost boys.
I'm sorry. Michael's there, innit? Yeah! Michael Jackson's fucking here. Here's a field full of lost boys. And they're in the woods, in the jungle. Oh, where's this going? Professor Curious, I don't think this can go on YouTube. I think this is going to be another website. If this is going where I think it's going, I'm not pointing at me, Tiny. Don't worry.
The entrance to their hideaway was through a big yellow tree that had to be accessed by climbing a ladder.
Oh, that just looks like a dick.
Get up, boys. Hello. Get up, you sleepyheads.
I say that looks like a dick, and then there's loads of children inside of it. Oh, I'm going to prison. It's been fun.
Come inside. Hello, Peter. Who have you brought? That evening, Mum and Dad were getting ready for a great ball, and they were having a little argument about which shirt would match the suit better. Dad thought that the white one... Who is Mum? Mum is the greatest person in the whole world. Peter! Peter!
Oh, please, no. Right. Mom is the best person in the world. Oh, is she? Is her? No. No. I've been told I can swear. Cannot say what I was about to say, though.
Can you hear? It's Tiger Lily. She's calling for our help. We have to find her.
What the fuck is wrong with his eyes? How much coke has he been having? Fucking hell, look at that. That's mental. Oh, for fuck's sake. Michael's feeding them with coke and making them live inside a massive wooden penis.
Fuck no! Did you see that one guy's eyes, man? He's fucking gorked. I don't want that guy in my life.
Meanwhile...
Here we go.
Tiger Lily, tell us immediately where Peter Pan's hideaway is. I won't tell you anything.
Yeah, tell him.
Oh, yes you will.
It's in the penis.
Don't come any closer, because I'll bite you.
Yeah, you've got a hook. Captain, you've got a hook. You don't need to bite her, just...
I have a feeling, Captain, that Peter Pan will visit us himself very soon.
Oi, you bastard!
I demand that you immediately release Tiger Lily. Otherwise, wasn't I right?
Corn hook!
I challenge you to a fight.
Come on.
Set her free. No, I won't.
Come on. Why don't the other pirates know how to swim? Like, this is ridiculous.
Don't give in, Peter.
Yes. Come on.
Suddenly, on the horizon there appeared...
Go on, eat Peter, he's dressed in green. Come on. Come on, what a snap.
Captain! Captain! A hungry crocodile! Help! I taste really bad!
Get away! Run! Run! Run!
You're free, Tiger Lily!
Sorry. Yeah, you're free! Tiger Lily just fucking stabs her. Oh shit.
You're free, Tiger Lily!
Oh, sorry. I don't know what that was supposed to do. I suppose we'll find out in a sec. I have tasted Captain Hook. I can confirm he does taste really bad as well.
Hooray! Hooray! We've won!
That didn't sound very enthusiastic. I think they wanted Captain Hook to win. Hooray! Hooray! We won. Brilliant.
We have to go back. Why do you...
What the fuck?
Peter was very sad because of his friend's departure.
Hang on, how did they get off? How did they get back? I don't know. And why has he got a fuck off massive nose? Oh, he doesn't. Sorry.
In the evening, there was a big farewell party. The party is really nice, but we have to go back.
Oh, there he is. He's back on the coke.
But we're with you every evening. We read about your adventures. You come to us every night.
Oh, God. Everybody's on crack. Look at all of their eyes. They all need a piss test.
Look, your house is over there. It's very close.
He's not even on Earth and he's saying that's very close and he's just disappeared. What?
Thanks for everything, Peter. You're our best friend.
Oh, there's Thigh Kid.
The children did not even notice when they found themselves back in their beds. Our story about fulfilled wishes, dreams, and adventures comes to an end.
Pirate ship.
All's well that ends well. However, if you don't forget about your dreams, your favorite story characters will surely come back to you.
Right, that was possibly the weirdest thing I've ever watched. What we've learned is Captain Hook don't taste great, Peter Pan's a crackhead, and a baby can squat way more than I will ever be able to lift in my entire fucking life. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. Professor Curious, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me back on the channel. Have fun editing this, because I don't even know where to start. And you're better than it than I am, so I might just leave you in the shit. Yeah. Professor Curious, much love from the seas, sir. Thank you very, very much for having me on. Bye-bye for now. Oh, I'm Wannabeard. Yeah. Follow the TikTok. I do TikTok now, because, you know, I'm a virgin, so... bit of publicity. I'm trying to turn the camera off without being awkward now. Oh, fuck it. Thank you, Professor Curious. Goodbye!
Our third and final story is about a little wooden boy who is a complete dick to his father, is asked to do one job, completely fucks it up, and then is hung from a tree for it. This is the tale of Pinocchio, and it comes to us from Polia, but it's told in Great Britain. I think Pat Morita's spinning in his grave.
Shame on you, young Pinocchio, not allowed to mock your daddy-o.
Pinocchio, now you be good. Come to me, my son of wood.
So to keep up with our theme of knockoff Disney covers, I decided to do Pinocchio. Oh joy.
Now, one thing you'll notice is that the cover art depicts 3D abominations of the Disney versions of the characters, who look like they've just frozen after having their souls ripped out of them by Shang Tsung. I mean, look at Jiminy Cricket, he looks exactly how I feel.
One thing that I find kind of funny about this is the fact that they actually put a lot of risk in getting sued by including Jiminy Cricket on the front cover, due to him actually having a design that's licensed by Disney, only to not have a version of Jiminy Cricket in their cartoon at all. The cricket element is completely removed from this version, which means they just added it just so that they could tempt Disney into suing them.
Get the fuck out of here!
When you boot up this abomination, you're taken to a title screen that depicts what the characters actually look like, and they all seem to be stood around together, even though most of them never meet in this movie. So the movie starts up in the toys room, because I really wanted to go back to that place. The little boy thankfully grew out of Penis and the Demon Baby and Jumping Jack and probably threw them all in a skip, which I'm totally thankful for.
Me too, kid. Me too.
When the dark of night falls and children drift off to sleep in their beds, snug under their blankets, they dream of magical things and lovely stories.
I don't. I dream of this nightmare coming out the TV to get me.
This is one such story. It's for every child.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Even naughty ones.
Especially naughty ones. I mean, I wouldn't show this to a kid unless I was either trying to punish them or extract information out of them.
Because we grown-ups know that all children are sweet little angels when they are sleeping. Yes, even you.
I can't quite decide if that's delusional or creepy, so I'm gonna call Chris Hansen regardless, just to be safe.
Wake Pinocchio, wake up. It's time to tell your story. Come on, wake up. Tell the children of your adventures.
Okay, girls and boys.
I'm sorry, but was Creepy Nonce vibe what they were going for with this? The hell is this anyway?
By the way, this shit is 7 minutes and 35 seconds long, and we wasted around 30 seconds on this shit alone. I'm sure this will be brilliantly paced.
I was born one special day, made of wood, to my dismay.
Oh. It's rhyming wood. Was it cut from a poetry?
Geppetto's clever hands, it said, made my body, legs and head.
If a piece of wood demanded that I made arms and legs and a head for it, I'd throw it in a fire and reduce it to ash. Also, you have a head, dipshit. Why are you asking for another one?
Look, wooden shavings flying. Geppetto's happy eyes almost crying.
Pretty sure he just has sawdust in them.
I will whittle up a puppet just for me. It will run and jump. Wait and see. Cheer me up when I get old. We'll travel round and search for gold.
Oh, so Geppetto is a tweaker in this one. Also, what the shit did you need gold for? You've got a magic living puppet. You could just use that to get rich.
And I'll call it, hold on, let me think. Yeah, I know. Pinocchio.
From what I gather, his name comes from the Italian word for pine, as it's implied that he's made out of pine wood. But no, some old bastard on espresso and trucker's pills just randomly came up with it. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense.
Oh, bravo. Yeah. Here, you little devil, get my wig back.
You know, you could still chop it up with your axe. technically wouldn't be murder yet.
So yes, within seconds of being given life, he steals his creator's toupee, taunts him with it, and then runs off into the night. You're doing a great job convincing the guy who gave you life that you're worthy of that life and that you totally shouldn't take it back.
God blimey, I got troubles with this puppet. It don't respect its father.
And to be fair, I can hardly blame it.
Shame on you, young Pinocchio, not allowed to mock your daddy-o.
Ugh, stop showing me that. What the fuck even is it?
Pinocchio, now you be good. Come to me, my son of wood.
Maybe if you stopped talking in rhyme, he'd have more respect for you. Who am I kidding? That couldn't possibly be true.
No, don't run off, Pinocchio! Before Geppetto could stop him, naughty Pinocchio ran out through the door and off down the street. But soon he started feeling guilty, and like a good son, came back home.
So in other words, he ran to the end of the driveway, realised that he knew nobody or no thing in this world, and decided to go back to the one person he could leech off of. If he was a good son, he'd not come back after pulling that shit. Why does Geppetto even want him back at this point?
Good puppets don't steal toupees.
Pinocchio! He came back to his dear old dad, begging his pardon and saying sorry. Wasn't that great?
No, he shouldn't have done it in the first place.
And he promised to stop being naughty and go to school.
How does he know what school even is? He's been alive for mere seconds. Is he given some form of education whilst being carved or something?
What parent wouldn't be happy hearing those words coming from their child?
I mean, sure, but you'd have to be delusional to expect it.
Poor old Geppetto was immediately overcome with joy.
I make fun of him for seemingly forgetting his line there, but it hardly shocks me that joy is a concept that's forgettable to these people.
And then Geppetto unselfishly sold his only coat, and with the money, he bought a lovely spelling book for his beloved only son.
Okay, but why did he have to sell his coat? Didn't he craft things out of wood? And make toys? Why not sell toys to make money? The fucking dolt. I mean, this is a toy maker who can't make money selling toys at Christmas. I think he's kind of fucked.
Oh, lovely theatre music, but I must go to school.
What theatre music? I originally thought this was the bird tweeting that distracted him. Because there's no sound of theatre music unless he's talking about that weird chimey thing in the background, and I wouldn't even notice that if I wasn't thinking so hard about the scene.
No, I'll listen to the music and go to school tomorrow. It's never too late to learn.
Clearly it is.
Also, these backgrounds don't really match the crappy animation in the foreground. Say what you like about Dingo, but at least most of the art looks like it was made by the same person or people, for better or worse. Here, it's like a shitty Flash cartoon on a Van Gogh painting. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. Not what's going on, that can fuck off, but if you look at this poster here, it's in Polish. This suggests to me that this is a Polish cartoon, though that sadly didn't really help me track down the original creators, as apparently quite a few adaptations of Pinocchio have come out of Poland.
Without thinking, the naughty little puppet immediately offered to sell his new spelling book.
Oh, so he's a naughty little puppet now. You nurtured this behaviour, narrator. You can't switch sides now. Also, what a fucking prick. His dad sold his coat for that.
You want to give me this spelling book for a ticket? Alright.
Yeah, apparently spelling books are legal tender in It's wherever the shit we are right now.
My children will find it useful.
Wow, that's not stupid for so many reasons.
Diamond spurs and ocean trips, they don't go with tuppence tips. Don't feed me champagne talk when we're eating fish and chips.
Puppets appeared on stage and began playing their roles.
Wait, there are other living puppets besides Pinocchio? What the shit so special about this little twat then? Believe it or not, this was a thing in the original tale where Pinocchio joined a theatre troupe of other living puppets, and this adaptation, for the most part, has followed these beats of the story somewhat closely. Minus Geppetto going to prison for Pinocchio running away at the beginning after he's arrested by a carabinieri who are kinda like tough Italian cops, and Pinocchio losing his feet to a fire. This part kinda cracks me up because the carabinieri are the kind of law enforcement who the second they show up, everyone who is up to no good just grabs their shit and runs. No joke, when you're in Italy, you see these guys selling illegal sunglasses on the beach, and they would shit bricks the second that these guys turned up. Like, they would just grab everything and run, just dropping all their illegal merch all over the street as they do so.
I'm guessing that bit was cut because this takes place in Poltally, or Italialand, or wherever the shit this is supposed to be.
Suddenly, one of them looked out at the audience, saw Pinocchio, and cried, "Hey, look, it's our Pinocchio!"
How the hell did they know who he is?
"Hello, brother!"
So did Geppetto make all of these living puppets, or did they just all have a magic bond for some unexplainable reason?
Oh dear, it ruined the scene completely.
Yeah, when actors break character in order to give out shout-outs to random jackasses in the audience, it does kind of fuck up the show. Oh, hi, Keith.
And then everyone got stage fright, forgot their lines, and then there was absolute silence.
So, refund?
Uh-oh, and then the director appeared in the theatre. He was so huge and fierce.
Good, this shit needs some direction, it seems.
What is going on here? Who dared stop the play?
Me.
What? No, you didn't. The dumb puppets called out to you, despite knowing that they were in a play. This is their fault. Don't take the fall for this, you dumb little shit.
Who is me?
The great Camel Toe has spoken.
Pinocchio, wooden puppet.
Does he have that on his business card?
Wooden? Oh, that's good, because I need some wood for my fire.
Oh wow, this guy must be an ancestor of Chimino.
Policeman, take that miserable marionette away.
Under what legal grounds would he be arrested? He hasn't done anything. I'm pretty sure that interrupting a play within and of itself isn't a crime.
Take pity on me, Excellency. What will happen to my daddy? Mercy.
Pretty sure Daddy can live just fine without his dumb wooden brat fucking his life up.
Then, suddenly, something absolutely incredible happened.
It belongs in a great big fire!
You have moved me, boy. I feel sorry for you and your poor father.
Bull fucking shit. Actually, in the original tale, he does this, but only after hearing what a poor loser his father is, and he gives Pinocchio some gold out of pity. They keep this in the crappy cartoon, but in this version it's more like, well, I was going to kill you, but now I'll give you 5 gold coins instead. Which doesn't quite make as much sense flow-wise.
Pinocchio was overjoyed. He ran to his father, but suddenly something stopped him. Yes, 3 nasty criminals.
Unless you're counting Pinocchio in that, I only see 2.
Oh, a silly puppet. Meow.
I just remembered that I'm a cat. Meow. Why does my eye move when I talk?
I'm going home to my daddy. I have a surprise for him. 5 shiny pennies.
I had hoped by the second time he flashed his cash, my rage would have subsided. Sadly, that has not happened.
Would you like to multiply them? Multiply.
Oh shit, I skipped school so I don't even know what that word means.
Oh, you just bury your money in the field of miracles and a whole tree of gold coins will grow up from it.
Oh wow, does this make me an investor in the blockchain? Yes, a whole crypto tree will spawn on the ashes of your previous financial failures, young puppet. So it might seem odd that they don't pick a closer spot, and that's because it is. I mean, it's a lie, oddly enough, so why did they have to travel all the way to Acchiapatchitruly? or catch fools. To pull off this scam is beyond me. In the original story, they actually con Pinocchio out of some of his coins when they arrive at an inn and ask him to pay for their meals under the promise that they will pay it back. They then fake a family emergency for the cat, and the two of them bail on Pinocchio with the bill. I originally thought that this was their con, that they just trick him into paying for their meals, but no, they tried to come back and con him for the rest of the money.
Silly Pinocchio. He foolishly believed the fox and the cat and ran straight off towards the field of miracles in the forest. There, two mysterious figures emerged from behind the bushes.
You wooden puppets are so stupid.
Hey, give us our money back. Money?
We've got to have
money.
So, like in the original tale, he is robbed by the cat and the fox dressed as bandits, which was apparently their plan all along.
I don't quite get their scheme here. Like, why are they even bothering with the rest of the scheme if they were just going to rob him anyway? Why didn't they just rob him the moment they saw him? Like, honestly, the smartest thing they could have done is convinced him to bury the money, then left with him, and then snuck back in the middle of the night and dug the money up and then just went the opposite direction and never spoke to him again. That's like the smartest thing they could have done, but instead they do half a decent con, only to then just destroy it by basically turning into bandits halfway through. These guys are idiots.
I also like that in the book version, the fox and the cat look like regular foxes and cats, and they apparently disguised themselves as bandits and robbed him. Honestly, the visual of them being anthropomorphic animals does help this part of the story make a bit more sense. As in the original tale, he was robbed by two quadrupedic animals who apparently also get served in taverns. So in this version, he's hung by his clothes from the tree, but in the original story, it was by his neck. They actually waited for him to choke out, but he sadly doesn't die due to him lacking a trachea to crush.
Nasty villains took Pinocchio's money and left him hanging on the branch of a tree to think about how stupid he was.
Sounds reasonable to me. I mean, they could have killed him in several other ways like they tried to in the book.
So one thing they did differently in this version that I haven't seen before is the blue fairy, as she's the blue-haired fairy, which is actually closer to the original tale, whereas now she's usually seen wearing blue clothes like in the Disney version. I like how the awful backdrop doesn't even look like the backdrop and it looks like a cardboard cutout behind her.
Oh, how on earth did you find yourself on that tree? She asked.
How did you find yourself with that unfitting voice? Professor Mercurius asked.
Big elephant caught me and put me in the tree.
Well, how the fuck do you even know what an elephant is? You know a lot for someone who's apparently completely and utterly uneducated and has had the lifespan of a 1-year-old child at best.
Oh. Pinocchio felt so foolish because his nose stayed long.
You probably learned something from that. Tell better lies.
All because he had told a lie about what really happened in the forest. He was too embarrassed to tell the truth.
More like he was too scared of being caught out for being a little prick and just wanted to obfuscate the fairy. Am I supposed to feel bad for the little shitter?
He wondered what it would be like if his nose stayed like it for the rest of his life. Luckily, the lovely fairy took pity on him and shrank his nose back.
This is kinder than in the book where she has woodpeckers peck it down to its original size. Okay, so now prepare for some fuckery, as this movie, with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to tell an entire story, just gives up and tells it as fast as possible through a really clumsy and shitty montage.
I'll be good, I promise. I'll go straight to school.
Come on, come on.
Maybe I will go and play. I will go with you. Oh, now I'm turning donkey. Take it easy every day. No hard work, that's the way. Now I see a sharky. Hope my daddy saves me. Pinocchio, brave but foolish boy. Change your ways, stop being a naughty puppet toy. Daddy could be talking. to a post. I'll always be a puppet. Puppets just the most. Okay, girls and boys.
Are you fucking shitting me? So you had time for so much dumb shit in the beginning and so much padding, but not for most of the actual story. They skim through the donkey and the family being eaten by a oh, it's a shark. I guess it's a shark in this one. My mistake, because that makes more sense apparently. This is the most inept thing I think I've ever seen. Dingo have their problems, sure, but none of their films just end with a shitty, we can't pace things for shit, so here's a montage. Fuck this shit.
I'll be good, I promise. I'll go straight to school.
School's not on right now, you dumb brat.
Come on. Maybe I will go and play.
What the fuck was that delivery? Did he get dragged out of the booth?
Oh, no, I'm turning donkey.
Oh no, I'm turning donkey. Brilliant, fucking brilliant.
Take it easy every day.
He says as he jumps off a cliff, running away from someone who seemingly wanted to murder him.
No hard work, that's the way.
It's kind of funny because they skim over the fact that he's not a donkey anymore because the fish ate him alive and ate off his donkey skin, in quotation. And no, I'm not sure how that really works. Like, is the real him just preserved inside the donkey? Like, inside donkey innards, like a pickle?
Now I see a sharky. Hope my daddy saves me.
Hope my daddy saves me by getting eaten whole ahead of me so we can just walk out of the shark's mouth together, because that's how sharks work. I like how the shark's body is just hollow, like a cave. The whales wouldn't be either, but one could argue that the whale is so big it's like a cave to a human. But in the case of the shark, it's not that much bigger than a human being. And they usually chew what they eat instead of just swallowing it, or at least swallowing loads of stuff at once. Geppetto seemingly tries to drown the little shit in the next shot. He also acts as if Pinocchio came to save him when he actually ended up here because he was playing truant and his stupid actions got him here. Not sure why Geppetto is in the shark since Pinocchio didn't go missing in this one, not for any longer than an afternoon at least.
Change your ways, stop being a naughty puppet toy.
I like how she just makes him a real boy so he'll fuck off. Or maybe so he'll die for real next time.
Daddy could be talking to a post. I'll always be a puppet. Puppets just the most.
Does this narrator even know what he's saying half the time? He just says words.
Okay, girls and boys.
Oh good, the story's come full circle now.
And here we are back in the room where sleeping children dream of stories from dreamland. And each morning, all around the world, children get up from their beds. Some will be good and do the right thing, while others will become naughty, silly puppets like Pinocchio. Which one is you? What will you decide?
The story ends with this moral, which kind of makes sense for Pinocchio, but apparently being a good little boy got you here, watching this shit, after being conned out your pocket money by the gaming equivalent of the Fox and Cat. So clearly it doesn't shitting matter.
Pinocchio on the PS2 is one of the worst films for pacing I've ever seen. It's the film equivalent of writing on a piece of paper and then realising that you ran out of space halfway through the sentence, so you just cram it all into one tiny corner as quickly as possible.
I can give some points to this thing for sticking to the original tale quite closely, minus one or two omitted things, but I feel like this is more out of a lack of creativity than a desire to play homage to the original story.
The game itself is very poor value for money, given that you get a, 10-minute adaptation of Pinocchio as the only bit of real content on it, unless you count the slide puzzles and colouring crap that you also get on there, which you could have replicated on a window on a fucking internet browser, and for some reason they thought, yeah, we should sell that for upwards of £8. I swear this company, I'm glad it's dead. Well, that's the end of our little wooden puppet story. Let's hope that everyone else has a better time of it. I can't imagine they'd have a worse time than just having the story skip to the end, although maybe they consider that a plus given how shite these things are.
Wow! I slept like a log.
You are a log. Get dressed.
So, I ask again, do you believe in nonsense? I mean, I do. After all, I made nonsense happen to you.